Good evening, y'all. My name is Savion Webster, and you're tuned in. My favorite part of living in Buenos Aires is definitely the culture. It's a very welcoming culture. Being here, they made me feel at home as much as possible. It's beautiful.
What is your favorite part about living in Buenos Aires?
I would say just the variation in life, and also in Buenos Aires specifically, all the vegetation, all the greenery throughout the city, because I feel like living in a city you normally don't get that experience, but here it doesn't feel as isolated from the countryside because of all the greenery.
My favorite class right now is probably psychology, for the simple fact my teacher is just a pure comedian. He tries to make the class as funny as possible. He knows psychology isn't really an easy topic, so he tries to joke around, make us comfortable.
I would say my favorite class is my biology class, because we have like a lecture time and then we also have a 3-hour lab each week where we like take what we're learning and we actually, it's like apply our learning. And I love my teacher for bio lab as well. She's really great. It's a super interactive class. It's a small class too, so I feel comfortable asking any questions that I need to ask. It's just a comfortable environment.
My favorite memory, definitely in both locations, having the ability to just go out there and play basketball and dive into the cultures as much as possible. I went to a couple of salos. If you don't know what that is, it's a Argentinian barbecue. You go, they consider you as family, and so my time being there, they handed babies to me and I was holding babies for a while. So yeah, you know.
I would say my favorite memory studying abroad was during my time in Florence. My friends and I last second decided to book a trip to Paris. I only spent 2 nights, but it was definitely the most exciting trip of my life. It was super spontaneous, and I never would have had that opportunity without being able to study abroad.
They give you a list of things to do, whether you want to work out, there's a bunch of things that you can do. So you really could just talk to your SLC and it'll help you. Currently, I do boxing. I advise you to come prepared if you want to come here and do boxing, because Argentina is no joke when it comes to boxing. You know, there's a bunch of different things you can do here: yoga, basketball, boxing. You can get a random gym membership. They play paddle, if you don't know what paddle is. I don't know what paddle is. They play paddle. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. Football, of course.
I stayed active in my semester in Italy. You're able to rent bikes in the city. So if we ever had like a dull day or nothing planned, we could always fall back on being able to like take a bike ride around Florence. It's a really cool way to see the city and also stay active.
Well, I don't really do too much going out and partying. That's not really what I choose to do. So really my budget consists of money for Ubers to get me from school to practice and back home, or every now and again we'll go to a nice fancy restaurant as a group. It's not really hard to budget when you don't do everything and go everywhere.
I would say budgeting is definitely the most difficult part of it. For me, my parents and I kind of figured out a way to budget where I have a certain set amount of money that I can spend each week. And if I want to go over that set amount, I have to look forward into the future and see what sacrifices can I make. I think staying in a homestay has helped a lot in terms of spending money on food. I think food is what I spend most money on, so if I try to cook at home, it saves a lot of money.